What's going on, everybody? Serial Entrepreneur here, and as you can see on the board behind me, we're going to go into 10 hot niches moving forward in 2018 for you social media marketing agency owners. So if this is something right up your alley, you're going to want to stay tuned. Here we go. All right, everybody, so welcome again. If you are a new visitor, you're gonna wanna make sure you hit that subscribe button because we do all kinds of free content like this. We've done tons in the past couple of weeks on Facebook marketing, content marketing, creating really cool ad campaigns. So you're gonna wanna go back and check out some of those videos on my channel. We have stuff by playlist, by like SEO, we have content creation, we have starting a business, entrepreneurship, selling, landing customers, all kinds of stuff on there. Make sure you go check that out. All of you returning visitors, thank you guys so much. It wouldn't exist without you guys. You guys are the reason why we keep going. So let's go ahead and give you the reasons why you want to check out these niches and what niches they are. Because there are some really interesting ones and some newer ones. If you guys saw my video last year that we did, there's definitely some repeats because they are still growing very, very quickly and you need to make sure you try and pick up some customers in these niches. But I wanted to add on a few more that over the last year, I've definitely seen a lot more traction come on for these types of businesses as well. And there's really some specific reasons as to why. So we're going to go into those really quickly. Number one, it's going to be real estate. Let me give you a reason why real estate customers are some of the best that you can get. Number one reason is because a real estate agent or a real estate team usually manages their own Facebook business page. So they work for, you guys have probably heard of something like Keller Williams, a big mortgage, or not mortgage, but a big brokerage, right? Big realty brokerage firm. What they do is they hire on individual agents to go run those campaigns, or not run those campaigns, but sell homes for them. So each person is kind of like their own business owner, they're basically all entrepreneurs. So you can get in touch with them very easily via their Facebook business page. You don't have to go through a bunch of gatekeepers. So real estate, really, really great. Number one. Number two is because of the fact that they are late to the digital marketing game. They took a while to get in. So now they're all rushing to try and get digital marketing content going, video content, all kinds of different Facebook ads. And number three reason is they have the budget. Trust me, when they sell a home, they're making anywhere from 3 to 4% on the commission, or that is the commission rate. And if the sale of a home is, we'll say 500 grand, 3% of that, it's a pretty big chunk of change. So they can definitely afford it. Number two on the list is going to be roofing. Roofing companies are super awesome to work with. Again, number one reason is they have big budgets because when they pull in a job, they're averaging, the smaller jobs are $2,000, $3,000 in profit. So just landing them one job a month, if you get them one new roofing contract a month and you're doing them even at the base rate of like $1,500, $2,000, if they get one job out of that, you're basically making them either break even depending on what you're charging them, or they're making about $500 to $1,000 in profit off of your marketing efforts. So really great customers. Number two is there's a ton of roofing contractors popping up all over the place because of the amount of money that goes into these jobs and the amount of people that are looking to, instead of buying a new home, just staying in their home and renovating. That's a big trend going on. So these companies are doing really well. Number three kind of company to talk about is going to be e-commerce. Sorry, messed that up. E-commerce. All right. Why e-commerce? Because they already know what they're doing. And I don't mean they necessarily understand the digital marketing aspect of it. They might understand it. A lot of them do. But what I mean by what I said is the fact that they understand that their whole business relies on internet marketing. Without internet marketing, an e-commerce store does not exist. So they know that they need your services if they can't do it themselves. Huge industry to target, and if you hit the right types of companies, they're making really good profit margins, especially if they're doing drop shipping or if they're doing wholesaling and they're buying off of Alibaba and shipping via, Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. If they're doing something like that, you can definitely help them increase the amount of revenue that they're bringing in. So let's get these three off of here. Those are the first three. Let's go through the next 7. And it's going to be number 4. That's what we're on. 4. And it's going to be boutiques. Is that how you spell boutiques? I really hope it is. I don't know. You guys can tell by now I'm not the best speller, but I never proclaimed to be. So, anyways, boutiques and salons. All right, why are these big businesses to go after? Because their profit margins are pretty good. They, a salon, they're going to charge a girl $700,000 to get their hair done. Okay, maybe not $700,000, but you guys get what I'm saying. If you're a guy, you guys probably had a girlfriend, and you're like, yeah, baby, how much you go get your hair done for? And she was like, $400, and you were like, oh my God, I don't think I would spend that much in like 3 years getting haircuts. So boutiques and salons, or boutiques and salons, they make really, really good money because of the fact that they charge way too much money to do some hair coloring and some hair cutting. Outside of that, they do nails, they do massages, some of them do tanning. So they have several different verticals all about looking good, feeling better about yourself, right? And so these are really good companies to go after because they're easy to market, really. When it comes to creating a story behind a specific product or service, it's really easy to create that story because all you're doing is telling how other people were made to feel from worse to better, right? And people love those kinds of stories. So, number 5 is going to be lawyers. And this is another one of those that was on the last checklist that we did back in 2017. And it's because of the fact that they will always be one of the biggest spenders in the industry as far as advertising is concerned in general, whether that's TV, print, radio, digital, whatever. They are one of the biggest spenders out there, and it's because their budgets are huge because they make so much money on an average job. So, they don't really have to worry too much about spending 10 grand because they know if they get, 1 or 2 jobs out of that 10 grand, they've covered their marketing budget plus some. So if they're spending 10 grand though, you should be able to get them way more than 2 jobs. 6 is going to be, and you guys probably saw a lot of these come up over the last year, was gyms. All right, gym memberships, workout facilities like Orange Theory, stuff like that. Dude, gyms, local gyms even, are doing really big things with digital marketing. It's because of the fact that they charge a membership, and if they do well enough and they're continually bringing in customers, their membership costs, cover a lot of their expenses. Outside of that, they're not updating, equipment every single day. Their equipment lasts a longer time, so their overhead and their fixed costs usually aren't that big of a deal to them. So they have more profit margin to work with. Also, if they're doing private lessons, those are very high profit margin because of the fact that you're able to charge more of a specialized rate, right? So gyms are really good. And another big thing, guys, when we're talking about selling, when it comes to things that have to deal with your looks, your physical appeal, or your internal feeling about yourself, your confidence, those are easy to sell because of the fact that it's easy to pull at those emotional triggers. I know exactly what to say to get you to go to the gym. Don't be fat, go work out. Don't be unhealthy, go work out. Don't die of a heart attack, go work out. All of these things are things that we can, put in your brain via ad campaigns and get you to basically click and try us out. And there's all kinds of ways because they're a lower price point. You're able to do a ton of different types of promotions to get people in for free or give them free trials. It's just a really cool industry to work with. All right, let's go into the last 4. That was 6 or 7. Is going to be car dealerships. And the reason why car dealerships are so great is because outside of attorneys, these guys are the number 1 spenders. They're the only ones who I've seen that spend more than attorneys. And it's because they sell a car and they make thousands of dollars on one car, and they're selling, some of them are selling thousands a month, some of them are selling hundreds a month. And if you're selling 1,000 or if you're selling a few thousand BMWs a month, like I was working with a dealership back in Jacksonville that was selling like 3,800 BMWs every single month. They were making like $100 million, $200 million in revenue a month. It was insane. Like looking at this, you just wouldn't expect a dealership's making $100 million a month just in Jacksonville, Florida. Like you wouldn't think it, but they are. And that's why they're spending so much money. So you don't have to necessarily go after the big top dogs. I wouldn't recommend starting there if you're brand new to digital marketing, but the local dealerships still make a decent profit margin, especially when they're selling a lot of used cars. So You want to try dealerships out too. They are a really, really niche industry, a really, really cool niche to go after. All right, so now number 8, you guys might not be aware of this acronym, but I'm not writing out the whole word. What this stands for, SaaS, Software as a Service, okay? So think of things like Asana, Trello, ClickFunnels, Hootsuite, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign. All of those are softwares as a service. Why? Because they are a software that provide a service, right? ActiveCampaign is a software, but they provide a service. They provide you email marketing and automation builders, right? These companies are popping up all over the place because people are always creating apps and new business apps and new things that you can do for your personal life that integrate like I just talked about or posted about this app called Ernie. It takes purchases that you make online and sends you a refund to your credit card once they find a better deal for it, right? So there's all kinds of these software as a service type companies that need marketing because they're trying to do a big launch or a big, campaign to get their app funded or whatever it may be, but they're spending money to get some results for their campaign and for their app, for whether that be downloads or whatever. So if you're interested in working in apps in the app space, that's definitely the way you want to go. There's a lot of opportunity there, but again, I wouldn't recommend going that route if you don't have some technological or software related background. Me personally, I did some mobile. I didn't do the actual development, but we did work on web development projects and app development projects back in college. So I had a little bit of experience. I could probably figure out how to create an app campaign, but it's not really my passion, so I don't really go after it too much. But don't let me, sway you away from it. It is a strong industry, a strong niche to go after. Number 9 is going to be general contractors. And these are like people who install porches or fix your bathroom or add tile to your floor, whatever. People who do jobs inside your home that are normally like renovation style, or they're upgrading stuff. These guys have huge budgets, again, because they're charging so much for, a specialty service. So they're able to charge a lot of money, especially if they do a really good job or like they're the top rated company in that area. They're very, very good to go after because of the fact that they have the budget, number 1. Number 2 is that they, again, are very visually appealing. It's easy to portray the message that they want to get across. It's easy to capture eyeballs and get people's attention with the projects that they finish because there's always that end result. The before and after pictures always do really, really well. So, they're just a really interesting niche or industry to work in. And then the final industry we're going to talk about is vets. Now, why vets? Why vets specifically as opposed to like a plastic surgeon or something else? Vets have a lot of capability because of the fact that there is a ton of targeting for pet owners on Facebook. So vets do really, really well with Facebook marketing, social media marketing, because Instagram is basically tied into Facebook. So you get the same basic results there. So vets are really cool because, again, you're targeting pet owners, and pet owners hate to let their pets get out of proper care or not eating properly or feeling bad, whatever. So they're very likely to take care of their pet if they see an ad campaign that comes across as attractive and they can tell it's local. We just talked about this again in our Facebook mentorship, or not our Facebook mentorship, but our mentorship course. We have a mentorship program. If you guys haven't seen that, look, you guys are missing out on a lot of really cool stuff. We're giving away the Facebook marketing course for free when you sign up for that. And we're giving away, what else? We're giving away a bunch of the past video trainings when you sign up for that. And all it is $100 a month. And every single month, you're going to get 4 new videos training you on digital marketing and how to run your agency. Live training with me where you can ask me questions, get involved, and get the results that you're looking for your agency. So check that out. But anyways, we went over some Facebook marketing stuff in there. And we just talked about audiences and how that with some businesses, it can be difficult to create a decent audience for. Vets just have a ton of opportunity because of the fact that, again, you're able to target so specifically to pet owners and pull at those heartstrings, those emotions. That's what I was trying to get to, is those 7 triggers. It's easy to pull at those triggers with people who are clients for a vet. Why? Because they're pet owners, and pet owners, again, just don't like to let their pets get out of whack. So those are the 10 niches that I recommend you guys looking into, and it's because of the fact that they're niches that I've looked at. They're niche, I haven't worked in every single one. Some of them I eventually will get into. It's just not really my passion right now, so I'm not really, going out and searching for that type of business. But a lot of these I have tried out. A lot of these I have worked with in the past. I've worked with a vet. I've worked with general contractors. I've worked with car dealerships. What were the other ones I've worked with? I haven't worked with a boutique. Why do I keep saying that? I haven't worked with a boutique. I've worked with an attorney. I've worked with eCommerce. I've worked with real estate. I haven't done roofing companies yet, but I'm actually in the process of landing one of those right now. So you guys, I'm telling you, diversify, get out there, get some of these niches that are hot, and it's because of the fact that they have the money to spend. Again, that's one of the most important things. If they don't have the money, it's not worth your time, right? So they have the money to spend, they're interesting campaigns to run, and overall the clients that you get to deal with are usually pretty relaxed because of the fact that they have bigger budgets to work with, okay? So that's my little spiel for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, throw a like down there so that way other people can find out about hot niches in their area. Don't be greedy, all right? Because there's way too much of this marketing money to go around. People think, I get asked that question all the time. Jordan, is it too saturated for me to start now? No, because there's not enough good people doing it. And even if there were enough good people doing it, there's always new businesses coming out that need marketing. And no one marketing agency in one area is going to get all the business, I'm telling you. So market is not saturated. Get out there, get working, get grinding, so that way you can start making 6 figures this year in 2018 like we're doing over here. We're actually going to make more than 6 figures this year. We're going for 7. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. We are going for 7. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everything was enjoyable for you. Make sure that before you head off of this video that you check the description below so you get all of our free training, our coupons, any updates that we have coming out. You guys are going to want to check that YouTube description so you get all the updates there. Outside of that, guys, I'll talk to you on the next episode. So until next time, Serial Entrepreneur out. Later. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.